Hello, my name is Megan Russell.
And my name is Christopher Russell, and welcome back to Page by Page, Writing the Book in Real Time. This is the technically real episode 20, and yes, don't adjust your screens. You really are actually seeing us in video. Heaven, nature, galaxy, whatever, universe willing, this actually works. So, Megan, why are we adding video now, finally?
So, because a few weeks ago, I had the opportunity to be on the
Writers of the Future
podcast with John Goodwin, who is the president of Galaxy Press, which led to me getting to be on the independent radio show, The Author's Quill. So the podcast episode of Writers of the Future got a casual 3 million some listens. And then there were 4 million some people listening to the radio broadcast. And we were talking about Page by Page. And they said something about it being a video. And I was like, I haven't gotten to that part yet. Wow. Like their faces, it was like that tink, 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 blinky eyes like, are you fucking kidding me? And then John very kindly goes into, all the ways that video could benefit you. And then Joe starts listing numbers from video, basically being like, kid, you got to get this fucking shit right. Kid, get this shit right.
Right.
All of it very kind. But the whole time I was like, oh, I fucked up.
Yeah, to the point that she said, I got yelled at in front of 4 million people.
And I didn't. Like, they never said anything weird. They were totally kind, but you could just hear them both being like, how do we paddle this girl in the right... Like, wait, that sounded weird. How do we steer this boat in the right direction?
Oh my God, they're actually going to see my reactions real time now. Oh...
This is dangerous.
This is dangerous.
But they were both totally right when they had the tink tink blinks at me of like, we are actively creating content and we're not fully utilizing it.
Right. No, it's true.
And I think that Page by Page and Sketchbook of a Wayward Seer is valuable as entertainment and
it absolutely is. Yeah.
Fellow writers who are working on world building. Yes. And I am undervaluing myself by not making sure that it's out there fully. And also they happen to point out some like tech tools that make it really easy to happen that we just hadn't looked into.
Right now we are using an online program that is allowing us to you watching the video that is allowing us to actually combine the video and the audio at once, which is so damn helpful. I cannot even tell you, because the issue is that we've been recording the audio and the video separately. Not a huge problem to combine them, but to combine them, make them sync up, because if you're using a program like iMovie, that does not automatically happen, unfortunately. And there are steps that you have to go through in order to sync up the video with the audio, because for whatever reason, there's like a different, I don't know what the technical jargon is, but it's a different frame rates almost, I guess, than what you would see. Like I use pretty strictly Adobe, and I can import the audio file into Premiere where I can put the video file as well. But then the issue is that there is something messed up about the way that movies from iPhones go into Premiere, that it gets really, really dark and undersaturated, that you then have to go in and mess with a bunch of settings, and it's just a pain in the neck. So having something like this is going to streamline the heck out of it and save me hours of work. And that's why it hasn't gotten done. So I'm not making excuses. It's just literally an hours-long process, and I do not have the time. So this is nice. I'm glad that we are doing this moving forward. I don't know when the backlog will go up, but at least we can have this going forward. And considering that we are at the tip of the iceberg, pardon the expression, for Laureldale, I'm happy that we're getting it started this early. Yeah. Do you have anything to add to that?
You said so many words, and honestly, I got a little distracted partway through because my nose really itched, but I was like, fuck, now we're on video. I can't just be itching my nose while you're telling people important things. Humans. Where if they're stuck in the same situation and weren't given information by people who have millions of podcast followers and really know what they are doing, specifically tailored to your situation and the problem you presented them, I like other people, because I said, like, well, it's syncing them up, and they were like,
what do you mean syncing them up?
Yeah. And I was like,
So yeah.
Ooh.
So we're
I
trying
just
this
want
out
other
and we'll
people
see
to
how it
have
goes.
things. But anyway, I lost track of what you were saying because I was trying not to itch my nose
Okay.
while you were saying important things. So I am very
doesn't matter.
proud of you that
Basically,
you
we're
said
just-
so many words.
Thank
and I'm
you.
sure you
Thank
sounded
you so
really
much.
smart.
I probably sounded like I don't know what the hell I'm doing, which is also kind of true. So let's go ahead and introduce the beers of the week. So I picked up a what is it? It's a 12 pack.
I'm exploring
beer.
my boundaries. We're not doing well.
Let's give context to this. She's exploring her hops boundaries. So we found an IPA that she actually really likes. It's Voodoo Ranger IPA by New Belgium. And so I bought this variety pack of IPAs from them. The one that I'm having is Hop Dynasty IPA.
That one's awful.
The one, yeah, I mean, the thing is about this one is it has a bitter bite to it at the very beginning.
I just realized what
and then it's
face
kind
I
of
was making
watery.
on camera. This is awful.
Don't worry about it. People are here because we're so pretty. But your hair looks fantastic. I did a really good job.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't cut it, but I colored it. And then the one that you're having is Citrus Slayer IPA, which feels fitting. Yeah, cheers.
Slay that shit.
All right. So, was there anything? This is a normal thing. I wonder if we're going to keep this transition in because I think that it's just canon by now. Is there anything that you wanted to go into before we do a previously on?
Just that if you are a writer, author, or interested in like world building, fantasy worlds, the importance and power of sexuality and fantasy, like all of those things, then do check out the Writers of the Future podcast episode. Check that out. Or there are ways to find the Author's Quill podcast or radio show episode. So we'll track down one of those for you too. But give those a listen because John Goodwin and Joe are like super, super smart. So you should listen to them. And also like I'm there too. So check it out.
You are there too. I think that it kind of would be cool.
And Peggy.
To talk. I think it would be a cool thing to just briefly mention what journey you have started taking.
Oh,
Yeah, not
get
that
it.
this has anything necessarily to do with Laureldale, but with just with being an author and the genre that your fan favorite is in.
And
Yeah.
Elva Brea.
And
and
Brimstone.
And everybody loves Anna. I
Yes.
love Anna. So what I've decided is, okay, so basically, I have some big thoughts on how the romantasy genre formed, why it was pushed away from fantasy and into YA, how it became its own thing. Like, I have a lot of thoughts on that and why it's so very fucking sexist and still problematic, even though I love the genre, and how to break that down. And so, because I do now have this established Comic-Con season where I do like panels and shit, I want to make sure that when I hit every new Comic-Con season, I am offering something new.
Yeah.
So
As a
like,
panelist.
Yeah, so like I have a new panel I'm presenting. I have new information I've gathered. Like I want there to be something new. So if people are seeing me every time, I'm like, here's this new thing I can give you.
Sure.
And so what I've decided I want to do for the 2026 season is figure out how to explain these roots and show the tracking and make the evolution of how romantasy became this major powerhouse in publishing, how that has affected how fantasy is seen within like the gender divide, how that gender divide still exists,
right?
How the boundaries of romantasy and the definition of it keep changing because some people in 2020 claimed they made up the phrase when it was in Urban Dictionary in 2008. So like it is such a new thing. I want to be able to have that information for people.
Okay, so not that this is a romantasy podcast, but I'm curious, when did it technically start?
So it was the first recording of it.
Yeah.
Back in the Stone Ages on the walls. That's like majorly cited.
Yeah.
Is Urban Dictionary in 2008.
Okay, so that is okay. Interesting. Cool. Well, I'm excited to learn more. I really am. I hope that I'm able to pull myself away from the booth for long enough. I probably won't be, but hopefully I can at least see recordings of it later.
You know what? At least you can help me make the slide.
I can help you make the slides. All right. So, why don't you go ahead and give us a previously on? Bring us back into the world of paranormal mystery and romance.
Previously on Sketchbook of a Wayward Seer.
This is so silly.
I love this so much. This makes it even better, knowing that that's what I look like.
We haven't gotten to see the video because we use the back camera.
Wow. Woo. Sorry. Previously on. I even got the title wrong. Ready? No. Shh. We're being very serious.
We're very.
Previously on Diary of a Blood-Marked Werewolf. It is field day at Laureldale High, and Ella had her turn at the climbing wall. Unfortunately, at the top of the wall, the rope snapped, and we last left our heroine falling ass over head from about 30 feet high. Yeah, that's really all we need in this moment.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that was a quick one.
I wonder if this program's good at removing your pops, because you pop the mic so much. Okay, to be fair, I could remedy the situation slightly by putting the actual pop filter on there.
Like you could remedy the video situation by asking the world what kind of program could help you with it.
Yeah. Well, all right. We live, we learn. Okay. So, then are you ready to jump into the chapter? I just wanted to say
chapter? You get loves, and I'm like, no, you don't need diapers. You're not that old.
No, yep. No, I'm definitely not that old yet. Okay.
All right,
ready. I'm going to now move the microphone. I don't know how this looks. Oh, this will be weird. I won't be able to see that. Like. Yeah, okay, let's see what it looks like. Oh, okay.
Okay, that's not bad.
So you're going to see my bald head. Wow.
Oh, you know what we could do?
What?
Someday we could sell promo messaging, and when you tip your head down, there's just like a... Brought to you by Book Bible.
This is fantastic. That is a brilliant idea.
I think it is. We're going to start renting your bald patches advertising space.
Is it a bald patch at this point?
The older you get, the more it expands, the more ads we can.
Well, no, like honestly, I'm going to be perfectly honest. I have not been keeping up with the Rogaine as much as I used to. And part of that's because I'm like, what the fuck ever. I don't care. And like, that's the thing is like Megan can make fun of my bald spots like forever. And it will never, don't ever think that it's like, oh, I bet he's sensitive. No, I really don't care. I give no shits.
He's been balding since he was.
I've been bald. No, I made 17. This connection yesterday, 2 days ago. Is the last time I was playing guitars at Epic Universe when I said, yeah, I've been balding and graying since I was 18. That's the same year that I met my wife. Hold on a second. No, technically I started getting grays before we were together. So like, that's definitely not it. But yeah, so no, I give no shits. And actually it has landed me really, really great roles in the past. So I have no complaints. And you don't care. And I love you for that. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So let us go ahead and get into it. It's weird to be going away from the video. I feel like I'm doing something strange. Okay. All right. So I proudly present to you Diary of a Blood-Marked Werewolf, Chapter 20, Impact. And yes, it does occur to me that you're just going to be looking at me frozen while the music plays because the music stays, damn it. I composed it. I orchestrated it. It stays. Exhale, gels. I forced the air from my lungs, begging my muscles to relax before... Pain slammed across my shoulder and up my thigh, but I kept moving, swinging sideways, the faces of the screaming students blurring as I crashed into solid rock, adding a white-hot stabbing in my side that turned the world into flashing spots that didn't fade as my face slammed into smothering stone. The piercing screams drilled into my head, distorted and distant, but very much real, just like the fucking pain in my ribs. Pain is good, Gels. I couldn't open my eyes. Ella! Fuck. Pain means alive. Breathe, Jellybean. Fuck, I can't. The stone wouldn't allow it. My lungs wouldn't expand. I can't. I'm sorry. Iron bands locked around me, shifting me, tilting me, freeing my face, doubling the stars bursting through my eyes as I gasped in a hint of air and paid with blazing pain in my ribs. The screams pressed closer, walling me in like banshees preparing a deadly keen. Ella! I've got you. The words rumbled against my cheek. The person holding me. Words spoken by the person holding me. Breathe, Jellybean. Back! Everybody back! Breathe. Fucking mistake. I choked on air. Sight-stealing pain flared again. Let me through. Ella! Get the on-site medic. What? Oh, wait. Did I just say manic? I'm sorry.
Present.
Yeah, I know.
I'll let you decide whether or not you want to keep it.
No, we'll keep that shit. All right. Breathe. Fucking mistake. I choked on air. Sight-stealing pain flared again. Let me through. Ella! Get the on-site medic. What? I got it. Is she breathing? I've got you. The one holding me, clutching me to their chest, spoke again. The tone frightened, gravelly, abnormal. But I'd heard it that way before. Caleb. Caleb holding me. Breathe, Ella. Her head. Did she hit her head? Calm, Ella. Ella! I took a shallow breath, barely pulling in any air, fighting to see past the flashes in my eyes. Call 911. Tell them to come to the Laureldale High Gym. Get her on the ground. Clear the gym now. I'm not leaving. I've got you. Caleb's silhouette came into view, but the details of his face, of whatever storm of panic raged around us, stayed swoopy and blurry. Everyone out, an unknown man shouted over the voices. Students, go to your homerooms. Look at me, Ella, Caleb said. Look at me. I scrunched my eyes shut, trying to make everything just fucking hold still. We need to get her on the ground, a woman, feisty, said. Fuck. I opened my eyes, willing the world to stay steady. Caleb stared down at me, something beyond fear filling his face. Ella? Caleb's gaze flicked away from me as a hand came into view. I turned my head, needing to see the hand's owner, gasping as a new pain shot from my shoulder to my ass. Ella? Jason, his face deadly pale, arms out, reaching for me. Feisty wedged herself in front of him, crowding in close, trying to touch my face. Fuck. Caleb changed his hold on me, no longer using his arms like a shield protecting something fragile and broken, but clutching me to his chest like a precious treasure worth drawing blood to defend. Fuck. Be careful, we can't jostle her, don't let her fall. Feisty ran the words together, dropping to kneel, her hands beneath me, ready to catch me, while Jason kept fucking reaching for me, ready to take me from Caleb's arms. Fuck. Before Jason could brush a finger against my arm, Caleb backed away, a low rumble building in his throat. Caleb, stop! Jason lunged, following us, trying to fucking grab me. Fuck. Caleb curled his lip, baring his teeth, his growl growing beyond any hope of not being heard. Son, we've got to get her on the floor, Feisty said, a snap of command in her fucking voice. Fuck. Give her... Caleb, I'm okay. I cut off Jason, my words trembling right along with my whole fucking body. Jason's breath caught in his throat, his shoulders rounding like hearing my voice was a gut punch that would take him to his knees, but Caleb didn't care. He shifted into a defensive stance, gaze locked on Jason, an inhuman golden hue gleaming through the deep green of his eyes. A for-real fucking glint in the Etherean's eyes Jason should have been fucking smart enough to run from. She could have hurt her spine, Feisty said. You need to put her down now. Caleb's focus snapped to Feisty, who gasped and fell back on her ass. The proper fucking reaction to a fae snarling at you. Fuck. Caleb? Something in my shoulder popped as I wormed my arm out from its place pinned between us, but panic made pain a low-priority problem. What the hell is wrong with you? Jason said, snapping Caleb's focus right back to him. Caleb? Risking a fucking finger, I laid my hand on his cheek. Caleb, look at me. Give her to me, Caleb. Jason fucking stepped closer. Caleb widened his stance, one foot slightly back, preparing to attack. Jason, back off. Caleb, look at me. I pulled on Caleb's cheek as hard as I dared, trying to turn his face toward me, banishing all pleading and command from my voice, letting him hear only fear and pain from the one he wanted to protect. Caleb, please. His gaze flicked to me for a split second. Fuck. You know how to do this, Chels. I fell, and I'm scared, and I need you to look at me. That did it. Twisting to keep Jason and Feisty in view behind me, Caleb met my eyes. Fuck, well, fucking shit. Aside from the gold glinting in his eyes and curled lips baring his teeth, the lines of Caleb's face had sharpened, removing all trace of the teenage boy. leaving a stone-carved feral protector in the Laureldale High Gym. Terrifying, inhuman, inconveniently noticeable. Shit. Caleb gently gels. I'm worried I might have hurt my ankle. Shut the fuck up, Jason, I said in a soothing undertone, not breaking eye contact with the very fucking volatile Faye. Caleb, I need to see if my ankle is hurt. Can you help me put a little weight on it? His grip on me tightened, his fingers digging into my thigh hard enough to bruise. I don't want you to let go of me. Just help me check my ankle, okay? I brushed his cheek with my thumb, a sensory reminder of my realness. And I know I'll be safe because I'm staying right here with you. His hold didn't ease. Caleb, you caught me. I pushed a reassuring smile past the talons of dread piercing my throat. I'm safe. I'm right here, and I'm not going anywhere. Bam! The gym door slammed open. Caleb's gaze flew that way, the growl in his chest fucking deepening. On its way, a woman said. She fell so far. I didn't recognize the speaker's voice through the hiccuping sobs and the pounding of feet running fucking closer. Jason, keep everybody back. I stomped down the fear in my voice. Now, Jason. Back up. Jason ran toward the intruders. Why is... Jason, I blocked out the panicked human voices. Caleb, I need you to help me try standing. The muscles in my shoulders screamed as I fought to turn his fucking face back toward me. I have to make sure my ankle's okay. Please, Caleb. His focus stayed on the fucking humans. They don't matter, Caleb. We're in a different world. Slowly, very fucking slowly, Caleb eased his hold on my legs, gently letting my feet slide to the floor, keeping my torso firmly pinned against his. A bone-deep throb pounded from knee to hip on my left side. The stabbing pain in my ribs made the edges of my vision pulse, and I'm pretty sure my knees would have buckled if Caleb had let me take any of my own weight. But my ankles, chosen for testing due to their lack of injury and low stakes if fucked, functioned like ankles, and none of the bones in my legs seemed broken. Well, shit. Okay. I wiggled my toes in my shoes. Feet feel good? I stroked his cheek with the thumb of my freed hand and flexed the fingers of my still trapped hand as well as being crushed between us aloud. Hands are working too? He loosened his hold on me just enough to let me slide my pinned arm free. My elbow zinged lightning into my lungs as I reached up, laying my hand on the back of Caleb's neck, sealing our little bubble of calm, hiding the gauze bandage that had somehow stayed in place and unbloodied during this fucking disaster. I can breathe. I can talk. I can move. I'm safe. His eyes flicked to me, a promising trace of worry breaking through the instinctive fear. I focused on my small, comforting smile, not letting any anger at the necessary fucking lie creep into my voice. I'm safe now, Caleb. He nodded, barely a twitch of his head, but enough to crack through the adrenaline-fueled focus that had kept my breathing even and my legs steady. That pulled Caleb out of it too. His growling silenced, the two harsh angles of his face softening, the gold in his eyes fading behind the sheen of two sparkly tears. And then I crumpled, burying my face in Caleb's shoulder, clinging to him like exactly what he was. The only honest bastion in this fucked up storm that just almost fucking killed me. Voices came back into being. Panic and shouted orders. My name, Caleb's name, lots and lots of words my brain couldn't process. It didn't matter. How could any of it matter? Not when all the cells in my body were trying to vibrate apart. Not when a noise that sounded like bright white light shredded thought before it could form. Caleb found reality again first, making me look up. Look into his eyes. Look into someone else's eyes. They tried to make me let go of him. Tried to make me sit. I couldn't. Wouldn't. The difference had lost all meaning. Then a voice that wasn't mine started speaking for me. Harsh, unyielding. No, the EMTs could back off. I wasn't getting on a stretcher. No, I wouldn't be getting in an ambulance. Kate needed to be called before anyone tried to take me anywhere. No, I didn't need to let the grown-ups do their work. No, I didn't need to do what Nurse Thompson said. No, I didn't need to wait in the gym until Kate arrived. No, I didn't need a wheelchair to get to the front office. No, I didn't care about school regulations. Yes, A glass of ice water. Yes, I would like that. I don't properly remember walking to Principal Harrison's office or how the hell I got out of my climbing harness. The condensation on the glass, an actual glass. I don't know why Harrison had one in his office, but the condensation seeping into the bandage on my left hand is the first sharp memory as shock faded. Principal Harrison sat behind his desk, pale, silent, fearful of the scene in his office. Wisdom, for once. Jason stood guard at the door, arms crossed, weight constantly shifting. Afraid, barely resisting the urge to reach for the Sybil. The Fae knelt beside the Sybil's chair, one hand on her back, the other on her knee. A vigil of constant contact for the girl who hadn't managed to become a corpse. "You're not going to get Kate on the phone." Paige Paxman spoke from out of view, hidden behind the object, white, cylindrical mug, now blocking part of the camera's lens. "She's at some kind of important meeting until 4:30. "How the hell do you know that?" The werewolf prowled in and out of view, pacing, radiating rage. "Because I've been living at Kate's," Paige said. "I asked her to come watch Field Day, and she told me she had an important meeting down the mountain until 4:30 and couldn't make it. You won't be able to get a hold of Kate until after the school day has ended. She's not coming. If Ella doesn't want to ride in an ambulance, I'll call my mom. She doesn't have anything to do with Ella." Paige's voice cut off the werewolf, whose gaze snapped toward the blocked corner. "Ella's my roommate. I'll drive her to the hospital." "The fuck you will." "Miss Nikolic," Harrison said. "Miss Paxman, while I appreciate your concern for Ella, the best thing all four of you can do is report to your assigned homeroom with the rest of the students." "Since you're fucking Miss Nikolic," Harrison tried to cut in. "With my friend's right to bodily autonomy by trying to force her into an ambulance without her consent?" the werewolf said. "I really think protecting Ella from the asshat principal whose school almost fucking killed her is the best thing I can do for her. I'm staying with Ella until an adult with her best interests in mind arrives." "Ella has been injured," Harrison said. "She needs to see a doctor." Anger lowered the pitch of the werewolf's voice as she rounded on Harrison. "Trying to force someone with PTSD into the locked fucking box of an ambulance. Enough!" Harrison pounded his fist on his desk. Only the Sybil flinched. "I appreciate the four of you wanting to take care of your friend." Harrison's tone flipped to a practiced calm. "But you are students. I am your principal. You need to join your classmates while I manhandle Ella." The werewolf planted her hands on Harrison's desk, leaning toward him. "No fucking way." The Fae spoke under the werewolf, his words too soft to catch. I pulled the video back, turning up the volume until Harrison's words hurt my ears. "Your classmates while I manhandle Ella." "Ella, we have to go." "No fucking way." "Can I borrow scissors?" The Sybil's voice crackled. "Ella?" Jason abandoned his post by the door, daring to approach the Etherians. "The bandage on my hand is soggy," the Sybil said. "Ella?" Harrison chose too cajoling a tone. "The EMTs..." "Never mind." The Sybil tore off the bandage on her hand. "Is it time for tailgating?" "Ella, we need to make sure you're not hurt." Harrison's switch to a firmer tone heightened the Sybil's ire. "I'm not hurt, I'm hungry." The Sybil stood, the Fae taking his cue from her but beating the Sybil to his feet. I scrolled back in the video, searching Jason's face for any trace of fear or suspicion at the speed or fluidity of the hybrid's movement. "Sure you're not hurt," Harrison said. "I'm not hurt, I'm hungry." Archer's eyes stayed fixed on the Sybil as she stood, not seeming to notice the other Etherian's movement. "Are Andre's parents ready with food?" the Sybil asked someone off-screen. "Paxman, the werewolf?" "The rest of Field Day has been canceled," Harrison said. "Is anyone going to abandon their barbecue in the parking lot because the school canceled their fun?" The Sybil's focus stayed off-camera. "Nope," Nikolic said. "Great," the Sybil said. "If you're hungry, I'll have food brought to the office while the EMTs..." The Sybil held up a hand, silencing the principal. "I'm going to go outside, sit in the sun, binge eat, and try to keep another layer of trauma from surrounding my soul like a fucking unbreakable shell." Harrison stood. "I've put in a call to Miss Hayes." "Then I'm definitely leaving." The Sybil took the 4 steps to the office door, favoring her left side, the Fae keeping one hand on her elbow and one on her back, even as she swung open the door, then paused, turning around, lips pursed, brow furrowed. If field day is canceled, which team gets to go on the astronomy overnight? Harrison shook his head as he spoke. Ella, I'm worried about your safety. The answer is Team Parker, the Sybil said. AKA Team, if you're lucky, you'll get to explain the school's lack of safety on the climbing wall to Kate and not my uncle, auntie, or a fucking lawyer. Team Parker will be going on the astronomy overnight with more celebration and snacks than any winning team has ever received. Make sure you give Kate the dates of the overnight when you finally hear from her, and tell her to call me if she still has a voice after chatting with you. The Sybil walked out, the 4 following her, Paxman leaving last, hesitating for a moment too long before snapping the door shut behind her. And that ends chapter 20. Oh, man. Man, oh, man, oh, man. Okay, so now I can finally reveal, after I make a note here, talk about this, that that I knew. That the thing that Megan told me when I got to the end, found out that Ella had fallen head over ass and was falling towards the ground with no assistance. She said to me, Ella doesn't hit the ground. And I went, wait, Jason? And she went, Caleb. And I went,
well, because I wrote
no.
Ella falling. Okay, so wait, this is chapter 20.
Okay, wait, hold on. Let's, I'll move this over.
Okay.
There you go.
So this is chapter 20.
Yes.
When you read chapter 19, I had Ella fall from the top of a climbing wall, and you were like, oh, that's bad. And I was like, what the? And you were like, okay, I love you, babe, but you're not going to make her die.
Yes, exactly.
And you were taking it so casually.
Cavalierly.
And I needed to be like, no, babe, this has to have, like, impact.
Oh,
I couldn't think of a better word in this morning.
Boo.
I had a migraine today. But I needed it to have more impact than what you were saying in order for it to make sense in the longer story. So I told you what happened.
Yeah.
Also, because I was feeling really grouchy and I needed you to be like, oh, shit,
right,
in order to have the will to continue writing.
I mean, what the fuck? What the fuck is going to happen now? Because clearly Feisty has seen it. Jason has seen it. What the fuck? And I'm guessing Paige has seen it. Okay, so I was going to start with that. I was going to end with that, but...
so start or end?
End. I was going to end with this. Okay,
you said both.
So I did. So Paxman leaving last, hesitating for a moment too long before snapping the door shut behind her. Why the fuck was she hesitating? Was she going to talk to Harrison about Caleb? Like, what's going on?
That's an interesting question,
God
isn't
bless.
it?
All right.
Oh, wow. Why ever could that be? I'm not going to tell you that
shit. Do you see what I deal with? Do you see this? Okay.
But you love me anyway.
I do love you anyway.
Okay, what else?
So we must talk about the complicated ass choreography that is happening when Caleb is catching her. And it's Ella. It's from Ella's point of view. So explain, please.
Okay, so she's falling ass over head.
Yep.
And she was sitting back. So she's falling in a quasi-hinged position.
Yes.
So Caleb is running. He's reaching for her. The first thing he's going to be able to grab is the high point that's around his shoulder.
Okay.
Which is him kind of knocking her a little bit by grabbing her around the thighs.
Yes.
Then he's bracing her in by just grabbing her.
Yeah.
Which is knocking her ribs into his head.
Right.
But then he's still swinging her because a sheer stop is going to be a lot more painful.
Right.
So he's keeping a little momentum.
That's what you meant by parkour camp when you were talking about that. The fact that he knows that
if he just crushes her, it's bad. But that's why it's like 1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hit, swoop. Oh, God, I still broke her a little.
Yeah.
But that's why it's like there are several different points of pain because instead of just like falling to the floor or crashing into a wall, like, no, he didn't deliberately grab her in that many places. Like, oh, I'll grab her in 4 different points as I move. But no, it's like he knows, like, don't dead grab.
Right.
Like, my arms can be as damaging and unyielding as floor if I just, like,
Yeah.
So he's deliberately trying to, like, brace and cushion, and that's the best way he can grab her in that moment. So she ends up still, like, with her head planted in the back of his thigh and, like, wrapped around him in this awkward upside down position that she can't do anything from before he rights her because that's just how she fell.
Can you also explain why it's such a big deal that he was able to catch her?
Because if you count how long it takes to fall about 30 feet, you're going to get to, like the last chapter's title, one Mississippi to.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
That's what that was. Okay.
So if you see, and that's from the time the rope snaps.
Yeah.
So you're talking about someone registering that a rope has snapped, a person has fallen.
Yeah.
Having the thought process to move forward. Now, granted, everyone but the belayer,
Yeah.
who is attached to things and can't really, like, they
Yeah.
are grounded. There's only so much you can do.
Right.
If you snap, like a belayer, there is shit.
Yeah.
You're not going to be quick to moving around.
No.
So for someone to make it inside the safety box that fast to grab her, like that is...
Especially considering that he's in the stands.
Well, he's not in the stand. He's in the crowd.
But right.
So, like, I don't do sports, but, like, let's picture, you know that little U thing that's around a basketball hoop?
Yeah,
Like,
it's the
everybody
3-point
stays
line.
outside
Yeah.
of this.
Yeah.
So, when you're climbing on a wall, there's going to be a safety circle kind of like that.
Oh, okay.
So, basically, if someone were to do something and swing ride, like, they're not going to hit anybody.
Yeah.
So, everyone is outside this safety circle.
Did he fucking leap over them? What did he do? Or just bash through them?
He was in the front of the crowd, and he fucking made a move. Like, he just... went. What's gonna stop him?
Nothing. Yeah, nothing.
He's not even gonna notice knocking people
Jesus.
over.
Okay. Wow.
And so that's the thing, is that within one Mississippi to
Yeah.
it's a notice the crack, notice the snap, notice the fall, realize you have to run and actually get to her.
Jeez Louise. Yeah, that's not good.
That's like
That's even for a fae, that seems really fast.
it is really fast.
Jesus. All right. Okay, so I'll leave y'all to unpack that. Good Lord. Okay. So, on a lighter note, the screams pressed closer, walling me in like banshees preparing a deadly keen. Megan goes, is the plural banshee or is it banshee? She's like, is it like fish? And I went, well, Megan Elizabeth, the plural of fish can be fishes. To which she says, when there's multiple species of fish, Christopher. And I said, how do you know there's not more than one species of banshee, babe? And she responded, because they're all one species. I made the fucking world, bitch.
Suck it! I don't think I've ever realized how genteel we are on this podcast until now.
What do you mean?
I just told you to suck it. And somehow that feels a lot more real when there's actual video. Like,
yeah.
because we've always said they're video, but I've always known, like, there's no way in shit that's going to happen. That's like my baseboards getting painted. I love that we own the paint. It's not going to happen.
Baseboards will get painted. Now, will the cracks underneath the baseboards get filled in? No, probably
well,
not.
honestly, the thing is, now I have to explain.
Yeah.
So
it makes us sound bad, but no.
Yeah. So because we live in Florida,
Yes.
we pulled up the carpets. We put in
because we both have awful
And
allergies.
3
Megan's much
cats.
worse than mine, but
and put down, and we finished our concrete floors. So we have finished concrete floors, but there's like that little gap below the baseboard,
Yeah.
and we filled it in one closet.
I caulked one closet. Yeah.
And then we realized there's never been a bug,
No.
a rodent, and anything coming through them.
And it's not weatherproofing at all. Like we
No.
had one issue once in this room.
Well, no, because the caulking wouldn't help anything, and we realized like the biggest
just
nightmare
yeah.
in Florida is getting air in your walls, and we're like, why are we spending so much time sealing it up so that there's no way to get circulation in the walls if something bad happens?
Right. Oh, for the
So now
moisture,
we
yeah.
have like maybe 1/8 of an inch gap,
Yeah, I would give it that. Like yeah.
below our baseboards that we're just not filling in until something like, I mean, we've never had. That's convenient. A bug crawl under. So until something proves bad, we've never touched it because all we do is like, it just helps with circulation. We just keep the circulation going through the house. We live in a post-asbestos house. Don't worry. This was built in
it was built in 2001.
Yeah. So, but like, we just have left it that way because if there ever is moisture, it's like, why am I paying money to moisture seal something that would only make me cry if it ever needs to be
Correct.
moisture sealed?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, I really thought that there was going to be like gross stuff coming out from it, but it never has.
Nope. It's never been an issue, which is
Well,
fantastic.
we're also pretty neurotic about bugs, so.
Yes, we are.
Okay, continue.
Yes, we are, especially in Florida.
Now that you know so much about my flooring.
My God. Also, I saw the Taylor Swift song go through your head when you were knocking. Before Jason
No, that
could
wasn't
brush
it at
a
all.
finger-
I just almost reached for what I normally knock on for knock on wood, and I realized that's not appropriate on video.
That's what I was meaning.
It had nothing to do with Taylor Swift, purely my own habit.
Okay.
Continue.
I was trying to be like subtle, and I love how you whatever. It's fine. You're all family now. Congratulations. No, you're friends is what you are. You're found family. So before Jason could brush a finger against my arm, Caleb backed away, a low rumble building in his throat. And I was like, oh, Caleb versus Jason. Here we go. And Jason doesn't have a frickin' prayer. Physically, anyway. I'm not saying I don't know. If you've been with us for a while, you know that not that Team Jason is a fucking thing, but I am Team Jason. The way Caleb is in this chapter, oh man, it kind of makes me swing a little bit back like towards his side because just an incredible display of care, you know?
Well,
but Jason too, the fact that Caleb is growling like a fucking wild animal and Jason's still like, give her to me, you asshole. And I'm like, oh my God.
Well, the thing is, like, when you think of like what had to kick in for him to do that.
I didn't even know that he could do that. I didn't know that he could go full Fae.
That's not full Fae.
No. But I mean, like, so that's not even his full Fae?
No, that is like for him, but he's a hybrid.
But what I mean is that for him to go full Fae.
Yeah, like,
yeah, it's
but
crazy.
It's because that sheer fucking panic kicked in. Mm-hmm. And that's why, like, he made it crazy fast because his whole Fae instinct took over.
Yeah.
Everything. So there was no, Jason would never hurt her. Like, Jason's Ella's friend.
Yeah.
There is no, like, the rope snapped. No one has a knife on us right now. It was pure, like, protect all enemy. That's it.
Jeez.
Which is also why Ella's like, okay, I know how to talk this down. I know how to talk this down because that's a lot.
Werewolves. Yeah.
It's a lot like talking down a werewolf that's been tripped into a really agitated state of like, no, like I can't look at you combative. I need to be the one you need to take care of. Yeah. Almost like I need to be not subservient, but like I am not a threat. I am small.
Not subordinate.
Yeah, more subordinate, but like I am small. I am asking for care so that the thing that's their attention is this thing to worry about instead of fight. Okay. So that's kind of what she's doing is like backing down with the back of her neck exposed.
Gotcha.
Of like, okay, like, please, can you help me? Please, like, I'm diffusing this because let me give you these care instincts and instead of anger, look at this. Don't I just need you to help me. Isn't that so easy and non-agitating?
And then when the door slams open, I'm like, yeah.
And that's the thing is it's like talking down an animal of like, no, it's okay. Like, can you do this for me? Like, hey, buddy dog, you want to sniff my hand? I'm a little surprised he didn't
end up killing someone. Like,
well, Ella's good and he's half Fae.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So continuing on with our Jacob versus Caleb journey. Jacob. That's the tethering. That's ages and ages ago. Look, Jason.
That's Twilight. You just team Jacob'd him. How dare?
I was thinking of tethering Jacob. And tethering Jacob could kick Caleb's ass, to be completely honest.
Tethering Jacob towards the end of the series.
No, towards the end of book 1.
Toward the end of the series could manage it.
Whatever.
Towards the beginning of the series, Caleb would have to hold still for too long.
Okay. All right. That's
like,
fair.
Yeah, sure. If Caleb were like, here you go, buddy.
But Jacob
Take it.
For those of you who haven't read Tethering, Jacob is ridiculously powerful. Like, ludicrously powerful.
He's not ridiculously powerful.
He is.
He is not a once a generation power.
No, but he is
a gifted and talented youth that was left in an untapped program.
Oh, that's true. I guess he's not technically more powerful than Pendragon, but like
no, it's just he has this like he's one of those kids where it's like, damn, if we had gotten to you earlier, we could have had you in college algebra 12.
Right, yeah.
Like he's one of those types, not like the Einstein of a generation, but just like ooh, if we could get you with the right teachers, we could get some
Right.
shit done.
Yeah. Well, it's yeah. Sorry. All right. No, this isn't
Which
a
is
tethering podcast.
completely different from the way magic works in the Albrea system with filling in gaps, but that's like a different.
Yes.
Albrea people, if you want to hear about why magic fills in some people's soul gaps in Albrea, let me know, because I don't know if we've ever talked about that.
You were talking to me about that, and I honestly don't remember all of it. It was
if you want me to talk about that, let me know, and I'll make a video.
Do you want to know?
Have I told people? Have we talked about it?
We haven't talked about
I made a video about it. If you haven't seen a video about it, whether or not one exists would be hard to find because I'm sure it was a while ago. So if you'd like a video about
take a look at it.
let me know on social media, comment, send me an email. You know, all those great things.
So going back to Jason versus Caleb, or Caleb versus Jason.
But I want to
And
keep
then
it warm.
you named my daughter after the Loch Ness Monster?
Edward. Hey,
And
we
we're
can make
past
fun of
Hoa season.
Twilight
Why?
as much as we want, but
Because
it
it's
holds a
successful?
very, very important place in the evolution of the romantasy genre. High School Musical helped create a resurgence of musical theater, so even if you don't like We're All in This Together, like it doesn't matter. It has an important place. So Hoa or not, Twilight's important. We just can't help it.
And then
just for the personal record, Twilight is like an Oreo binge eat for me.
Oh, don't say that.
Where
if
it's
I
just
buy Oreos,
like,
I eat the whole bag.
I'm gonna do this shit.
I can't.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna do this shit. So I have no judgment for Twilight fans. I think the book did amazing things, all that great stuff. But yeah, whether you like it or not, it does have that place.
Not that I'm expecting anybody to do this, but if you ever really wanted to win me over at a Comic-Con, bring me either Oreos or Reese's. I'll be your friend for life. Oh, okay. Sorry, now I want Oreos. And then I crumpled, burying my face in Caleb's shoulder, clinging to him like exactly what he was, the only honest bastion in this fucked up storm that just almost fucking killed me. What do you mean by that? Like, what exactly do you mean by that?
That's purely literal.
Yeah. So
Violet and Caleb are the only two people who know she's an Etherian, why she was kidnapped, any of that shit. Caleb is literally the only person who knows how she got out, why she knows there was a second person for sure.
Sure.
So, like, no, that's literal. Like, he is the only honest bastion. Like, he's the only one who can fully appreciate, like, hey, remember that time you saved me from a kidnapper, but I'm really sure there was someone else and now someone just tried to kill me? Like, he's the only one who can actually be in that moment with her.
Well, and also just the fact, like, did it even occur to him? Well, he doesn't know about Reapers, or he does, but he doesn't like.
They're like this distant, far off thing.
Because I'm terrified of that being a possibility now. Like, I am genuinely scared of that. And I'm sure that, well, I don't know that Ella is. I think Ella's at this point like, what the fuck ever.
No, I mean, Ella isn't what the fuck ever with Reapers. Like,
no.
Reapers are always the threat because, like, to her, Reapers have been the big threat her whole life of, like, if I fuck up enough, I get my family taken by Reapers.
Well, then is she worried about them coming and taking Caleb? Because she didn't fuck up. He did.
What a notion you will have to think of later. It's almost like this isn't the end of the story.
You're such an
I
asshole.
didn't do jazz hands then because I realized it's going to be on film and I can't let that be recorded so much. No, I was going to do one of these again. I like framing you.
Oh, man. Okay.
I don't think you know how much I do that behind your back.
I don't.
Oh, wow. This is going to be so interesting.
Because I have to edit the... Yeah. All right. So... I love this. I wrote, I fucking love this. Caleb found reality again first. Shut your face. Making me look up, look into his eyes, look into someone else's eyes, which I'm assuming at that point, it's like you have to show them your eyes so that they can like check for dilation and stuff is what I was guessing. Are you wanting
Ella's view of it or what's actually happening in this moment?
Actually happening in this moment?
Yeah, it's like feisty being like, look at me, like, are you? Yeah. And then someone else being like, look at,
that's
like...
what I figured, to see if she was concussed.
Yeah.
All right, so look into his eyes, look into someone else's eyes. They tried to make me let go of him, tried to make me sit. I couldn't, wouldn't. The difference had lost all meaning. And I'm like, oh, that's beautiful. When it doesn't matter if you can or not, you're not going to. And they are so combined that whatever. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I just think that was really beautiful.
It's kind of like Fear Heights. Doesn't matter if you can't or won't go near that ledge. Not happening. It doesn't matter anymore. It's a mute point. Moot point.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Moot
point.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, that's what it is. During the Watcher scene, Violet says, "I'll call my mom." Okay, explain this and explain the confusion here. Like why Paige is like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Okay, so to Paige is like, I have been living with Ella for like 2 fucking weeks taking care of this bitch.
Yeah.
You haven't shown up once. Has she met your mother more than the one time your mom was kind of weird to her at the restaurant that I saw?
Have they?
No.
Yeah.
So to her, she's like, the fuck does your mom have to do with it?
Right.
But from Violet's point of view, she's like, who is the adultiest Etherean adult I know? My mom. I'm going to call my mom the Etherean adult who knows how to handle with the school district and also wounded Etherians and also knows what a Sybil is. And like, yes, technically, with Kate out of town, Mrs. Nikolic is the right call to make.
Yeah.
Like, that's absolutely what you should be doing, is calling the werewolf mom to say, hey, my friend Ella fell at school. Can you come help her? Because Mrs. Nicholik's going to know, like, okay, where can we take her to not get an x-ray?
Yeah.
Okay, who do I have to yell at the school board because my daughter made someone shit their pants again? Like, Mrs. Nikolic...
Is that a common occurrence?
It's happened more than once. Like, she's just scary.
Oh, my God.
It's a Nikolic habit. People know this is a problem. And so, like, yes, Mrs. Nikolic is the exact person who should be called in this situation. Like, yes, Kate's technically the local guardian, but, like, more than that, Mrs. Nikolic should be called. And Paige is like, fuck you. And Violet's like,
Yeah.
Because once again, Violet does actually have the most stable family home life, even with her brother's breakdown about dead girlfriend.
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah.
He has been protected and supported by his parents and siblings.
Sure.
And packed through this all. Like, he has had a consistent support system.
Man.
Like, the Nikolics are really where it's at. And Violet's like, I just need to get my mom.
Yeah.
Which is weird, but from a 17-year-old werewolf in a panic, that's actually the really healthy thing to do. Is be like, higher up in the pack, immediate supervisor. Yep, mom.
Yep.
Mom is the thing.
So not to bring yet another, this will be the 3rd series that's not Laureldale that we've brought into this podcast, but we get to the part to where the Watcher is constantly pulling the video back and making sure that everything is matching, because we changed it in one place, we have to change it in another place. And you said #fracture pack problems, am I right? So will you explain that?
Sure. So the Fracture Pack series, if you're not familiar with it, book 1 is...
That means you're not on Book Talk, because it blew up on Book Talk.
Sure did. You're an asshole. But it's a paranormal heist. So kind of think like the originals meets Ocean's 11 or like Vampires and Werewolves Rob the Louvre. So the way that I wrote it is that I want everything to be questioned from every point of view as it goes.
Sure.
So like they'll go into a scene, a high stakes action scene where they're robbing someone, fighting, whatever it is. And so first you'll, example that is not strictly in the book, but close enough. First you'll see something explode from a point of view that you're like, oh fuck, this is bad. Then you'll see something explode from a point of view where you're like, okay, fuck, this is bad, but maybe it's okay. And then you'll see it from like, oh no, this is what we wanted it to do the whole time, but this is how it went wrong. So it's like you're constantly seeing like the large scale view of it, the planning details, and then the actuality of what happens.
Think, if you've read Six of Crows, think the what is it called? Not the Ice Palace. It's like that, but it's kind of like an ice palace thing that they go to, right, to break somebody out.
Wolfie McColdhouse?
Whatever. Think that, but
okay, Wolfie McColdhouse is actually really right.
It is very right.
Think about it.
No, it is.
In the terms
You're right.
of the story. That's not a bad one to pull out of my ass.
It's like that, but better executed. I'm sorry, Bardugo. I love you.
Oh, okay, but she was not going for that.
Was she not?
I don't think so. Was she?
That's the thing, is I think that Because she did have that element, because remember she tied everything together with like the bells or the gongs or that was happening. So I mean, not exactly, but being able to see the heist and everything that's going on from the multiple points of view, I think that you actually took more time to make it all work and make it cohesive than she did. Just to be completely honest, maybe she did take the time and she's just not as good. I'm saying it right now. I am saying it. She's not as practiced as you are. Think about it. She has written far fewer novels than you have. So it would make sense. And that's not me throwing shit. Okay, I'm kind of throwing shade at Bardugo because I love Bardugo. The Grisha trilogy, one of my favorite trilogies of all time. It's so damn good. I'm just not a Six of Crows fan. I know you think I'm weird for that, but like reading that and then reading Fracture Pact, that those sequences are better written. They're better executed.
So
from a technical standpoint, they're better executed.
I'm working on accepting compliments. So I'm just going to say that's so sweet of you, babe. Thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Okay, moving on so you don't have to stay in that awkward place. Ella, we have to go, which is what we finally find out that Caleb was saying. How the hell is he feeling right now? Like, what emotions are running through his head? Because he's okay. You're probably not going to say this. You're probably not going to answer this, but is he aware of how much he fucked up?
He's aware of how much he fucked up, but doesn't care how much it mattered. Like, he is living in, we are in a death threat mode.
Good Lord.
So as far as he is currently concerned, there is an attempted murderer in the building.
Yeah.
So fuck everything else. That's where we are.
Okay. This was a fun editing moment. Oh, and then I don't know how this comment got deleted, but I will have to talk about this too. Speaking of editing. But this is a fun editing moment, and I'm going to remember this because we're going to do 2 notes, and then we'll talk about that. Not seeming to notice the other Etherean's movement. So Archer's eyes, meaning Jason, stayed fixed on the Sybil as she stood, not seeming to notice the other Etherean's movement, meaning Caleb. So there's an apostrophe S, even though there are technically 2 other Ethereans in there.
But there's only one other Etherean mentioned in those movements.
Correct.
But yes, the Watcher, which is so funny. I still don't know how the Watcher became the Watcher. We're going to have to listen back through episodes to find out.
Yeah, we are going to have to figure it out.
But anyway, I love that neither of us remember.
Nope, no idea. No idea.
But anyway, so I forgot the question. Right.
No, it wasn't really a question. It was just
so the Etherean knows there are 3 people, but in that action sequence there are, yes. Sure, but in that action sequence, there were 2 people, so therefore the apostrophe S makes more sense than the S apostrophe.
Yes.
In this visual like film frame,
right?
Which is really fucking weird, but that's what happens. You make shitty words up,
not
shitty words
not
up.
Shitty words, and also
I didn't make it up.
It's like you're not the only one to use Etherean. It's just not widely used at all.
I'm sure that's been used since like the 50s. Like
Probably.
That's the thing is that it tracks back.
Your spelling of it, I think, is different. I think you're
it's one of the 2 more common spellings.
Okay.
The thing is that people are gonna like cite like, oh, it was Riordan that did it first and stuff, and it's like no,
it wasn't Riordan.
It's like that's a major popularization, and like that's like people saying ACOTAR started the romantasy genre. Like no, like it bitch, we're gonna have to track that back to
ACOTAR, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So ACOTAR came in 20. This isn't that podcast. Okay, let's continue.
Right. Okay,
but let me know if you want more on like videos because I've been doing a lot of research and there's a lot of things I'd like to share, but that's not this podcast's job.
She showed me the folders that she has, and I was like, what the fuck?
Honestly, okay, I'm not going to share the name of this article or anything like that, but I've been like picking through articles and I've been like, okay, this is the title of the article, this is the link, like this is like the major talking points, these are the things that I gained from it, just that I have a list.
Yeah.
This is the first one that I just like link, cross out, 1 bullet point. Because the writer of this article said romance was the whole point of a romantasy story.
Ooh, no, that is untrue. Even I know that's untrue. That's patently untrue.
The whole point
No.
First of all, I don't think we can say anything is the whole point of any genre,
No.
let alone of romantasy. And I was
No.
like,
Otherwise, it would be called romance, you motherfucker.
And in my head, I just said, trash, you are trash, everything is trash. And I finished reading the article.
That sounds like a Sondheim song. Trash, you are trash, everything is trash.
And I didn't finish reading the articles because I was like, well, okay. So I finished reading the article. And I was like, okay, maybe that was like an overstatement or like rage bait or whatever. And so I read the article and I was like, clearly this article can't be published on such a known platform. And so I read it again and no, it was.
Where was it published?
I'm not going to tell you. I'll tell you after we're recording.
Okay.
I'm not going to do that. That's mean. I don't want to be mean. But it was the first one that I've come across. And I was like...
If they're publishing sexist, patriarchal bullshit like that, call them out.
It wasn't necessarily sexist and patriarchal. Okay, no, actually, it was pretty belittling. And demeaning.
No, I mean, it sounds like
I will show you the article. And if you think it's worth calling out, I'll do it on social media.
Okay, great. Perfect.
But it was... I just crossed it and I was like, whole point? Whole point?
Yeah, we could go deep into this, but yeah, just like they do in Fourth Wing. Okay, so
you know what the whole point of Fourth Wing would be then?
What?
Let children sleep. Like that would literally be the entire point of Fourth Wing is let children sleep. If you boiled it down like that. So clearly, Fourth Wing,
I have got
the
to read this
romantasy
series.
Beast of our time, if you were like, what's the whole point of this series? Let sleeping dragons fucking lie. Like, that would be it.
Okay.
So clearly romance... I'm sorry, we can continue. I'm sorry.
I love you so much.
It's fine. I'm fine.
It's the Irish heat. That is what draws me. Oh, God.
Leave that noise in.
We're gonna.
I want you to leave that noise in because this is migraine day 6 straight in a row, and that microphone flop it like epitomizes my soul.
Oh, because I was trying to crack my knee under the table, but then it did it. Whatever, I don't care. All right,
exactly.
So,
I'm like, I don't even care anymore. Am I breathing?
Oh, so this is what?
Can I go off course a little?
Sure.
So our cat Mo #Bubba. Has a hurt leg. And so I've started making him like a little heat pack.
We don't know if it's a hip.
And he's like started, we've already been in touch with the vet. We're doing all the things. But I've started making him a little heat pack to be like, do you want to lay on it, buddy? Like, will this make you feel better? But he started demanding it. And he doesn't put it on the part of him that's hurt. He just fucking demands it.
Yeah, so tell them what you did today.
Well, I've started laying it on him like a weighted blanket because he really likes that. But no, that's not the point of the story. The point of the story is I was laying down for a nap.
I'm kidding.
The whole point of the story is romance. I was laying down for my nap because my brain is fucked, so I have to do that a couple times a day. I put his heat pack down on the bed, and I went to nap. He got up from his heat pack and strolled up to the top of my body so that he could have better belly scritches from me. He ditched his heat pack in favor of belly scritches from Mama.
Oh my God, that's adorable. That is adorable. Yeah.
I'm sorry, do you have more to talk about the book?
I do.
Sorry. We're doing a great job.
Number 1 is Megan torturing her husband with the identity of the Watcher. Because I said something. And she goes, I'm not going to confirm nor deny. I'm not even going to deny that, or no, I'm not going to tell you that that's not who it is, my guess, because there are too many. There are purposefully multiple people the Watcher could seem to be. That is how you've created it, yes?
No. Okay. So, okay, maybe I played too many board games. So you know how in Clue... It's like there's one clue and you're like, okay, it can't be any of these people.
Right, yes.
And then there's another clue and you're like...
I have one of the clues.
It can't be any of those people.
Right.
So we haven't gotten down to the point where it's like, if you've been reading, there's no fucking other choice.
Right.
So at this point, in the way I've been like, with time and place.
Yeah.
With who is seen from that point of view.
Yes.
With who we know to be somewhere else.
Yes.
With all those things, if you really looked at it from a Paige Paxman style neurotic point of view, you could track it down to where there is a very specific set of candidates left.
I don't have time to do that.
So I'm not going to cut any of those candidates out of the pile.
Brittany, Karen, I'm calling
because at this point, and it's not like, oh, I'm never going to tell you. It's like, no, if you're looking specifically at time and place, like physicality of who could actually show up where, witnesses, receipts, however the cop would do it, there are a couple people who have not yet created the ability to prove their alibi.
Okay.
And I'm not going to, like, if you gave me someone and you were like, it's Caleb, I'm going to be like, bitch, how many times has Caleb been seen on the Watcher's camera? And clearly it's not Caleb.
Yes.
I will tell you if it's like, no, we X that out. Like, that is crossed out. But
Paige.
if you...
Is it Paige?
I'm not going to let you just keep naming characters.
Is it Jason?
See, now you're...
Is it Ella?
Now you're just trying to dig people in. But, like, if it's someone like that where it's like, oh... I can't think of more people. Oh, no, I don't want to say anything because I don't want to call anybody out for not knowing it. But there is a very specific group of people who are, if you were to come up to me and be like, is it this person? I'd be like, no, because. But if it's not someone who has specifically received a because.
Yeah, sure.
I won't tell you.
I will repeat.
So it's the same with Violet, where Violet was repeatedly seen on camera.
Right.
By the Watcher.
And called the werewolf. So, like.
Yeah. So, like, we know from video that cannot be Violet or Caleb. So, if someone came up to me and was like, I know it is. It's totally fucking Violet. I'd be like,
no.
Okay, I'm going to set you on the appropriate path so that you have a shot. But I'm not going to give anyone foreknowledge of where we haven't been.
Right.
That was really convoluted, and I hope one person understood.
No, it wasn't convoluted. It was complicated is what it was. It was Avril
That's
Lavigne.
the thing, is that I don't want it to be like some mystery where it's like, okay, you just picked that out of your ass, or like, this was so complicated, it could have been an alien. Like, there is a very specific purpose for all these actions. And like, maybe they only track in my notebook and they're never going to be seen by the wider world because they don't all show up on the page. Yeah. But if you wanted to sit down with me and track motivation, it is all fucking there. So in the end, there is one person That's insane. Could be.
I don't know that you have ever done the extensive amount of planning that you have done for this book.
Well, I've never done a murder mystery before.
Right.
And that's the thing, is as much as like this is a high school paranormal romance, like it's also a murder mystery.
Yeah, it is. It is a murder mystery.
Like we're still solving this fucking murder. So like you can't have a murder mystery if you don't know exactly why everything happened.
A book's long murder mystery.
So that's the thing is like, while there are some things subject to flux, they're like the Watcher's motives, intent, past reasoning is set in stone. Like that's not there.
You know, it's funny that you said murder mystery because I was thinking about it. I was like, in the Watcher, we don't know if the Watcher is the same as the murderer, first of all. In fact, Ella does not think they are the same. Well, Ella doesn't know anything about the Watcher. Ella just thinks that there were two kidnappers and one murderer. So we don't know where the Watcher fits into that exactly.
No.
Right? So it's like, it's so, oh my God.
But that's the thing, is that Ella is allowed to be wrong.
Yes, she is.
But the Watcher must always be true to what the Watcher is.
Yeah. And so you have known who the Watcher is since
who
you
the
even
Watcher
started.
is, why specifically they are doing these things, what explicitly their goals are every time we've seen them, why they planted cameras / microphones. Like, yes.
All right, so
there are exhaustive files. That's a lot. I'm a lot.
Gosh, you are a lot. I love you very much. So two things. One, just as a reminder to everyone, that the biggest hint that I am aware of that Megan has given us was on this podcast when she said there were, I don't remember what the number was. I want to say it's like there were 13 present at the KAT Society meeting at Andre's house. And that's all she said. And I was like, what? And it made no sense to me. I've read the book 3 times. Still don't know. I have no clue. So if you can piece that together and fit it out. I mean, is there any way that, well, okay, it doesn't matter. Anyway, 2, You said you wanted to talk about how I have a heavy hand in the way that this manuscript has come together and the way that Laureldale is coming together, heavier than I would normally, like as an editor, that an editor would normally have.
Sure. So, normally in my other books, the process is before the book ever gets to Chris, my primary editor, I'm going to write a third of the book.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to edit that third of the book.
Yes.
I'm going to write the second third of the book.
Yes.
I'm going to edit that second third of the book. I'm going to write the third of the book. I'm going to edit that third of the book. I'm going to painstakingly agonize over the first third of the book for a while, do it again, and then send it to Chris.
Yes.
But because I can't do that, I can't sit for an hour thinking over whether, like, solid stone or, like, harsh onyx is the better phrase. I literally don't have time with this process.
Yeah, no.
So there are a lot of times when there's like a couple different ways to phrase something or like a few different options of synonyms that like I'm not sure if I want to say like bleak, hopeless, bereft. Like I'm not sure which one I want to say. And so I'll sit there and like when I'm writing, I'll like in the moment like be like, my fingers don't want to know what to write. And then I'll write like 4 or 5 options for that word in brackets. And be like, fuck it, move on.
Yeah.
And then when I get back to my first pass of edits for the weekly chapter, I'll go through and when I get to that point, I'll be like, okay, so what was I thinking here? And 9 times out of 10, I'll be like, I was fucking wrong. Only one of those words works. Wow, Megan, you hadn't had enough coffee at this point.
Or you had a migraine.
Yeah, that's probably more likely. I usually have enough coffee. But then I put it in and then that bracket gets deleted.
Yes.
But there are a lot of times where like I get stuck on something and there are like 2 phrasing options that I really like equally. Mm-hmm. And I don't have the time to walk around the house being like this one or this one or this one or this one while I do dishes. Like I don't have the luxury of that time. So with Laureldale, I specifically present like, here are the 3 options in the version that I send to you. And then Chris will be like, great, this option's best. So I never send a document with multiple like versions of a synonym or like different phrasings or whatever to you for a normal series.
No, never.
But for this one, I'm like, here are the options. And you send it back and you're like, great, this one. And sometimes I'll be like, sometimes it's like, pick which restaurant you want to go to. And you're like, you pick burgers and you're like, no, I really wanted fucking tacos. And it helps that way because I'm like, no, now that you took that option away, I know it's the one I really wanted.
If you ever really want to know what you want to do for dinner, flip a coin for it. And if you land on an option, go, oh,
that's not what you want. So you help with that. But a lot of times, most of the time when I make you pick one, you're like, this one's best. And we just go with it because you're right. But that is something that like you have such a heavier hand in the actual wording of this text just from time necessity. And I didn't realize that until like last week.
Well, there was a moment in this chapter where I really felt like I pulled my weight as an editor because I looked at a section and I went, you don't need these 2 paragraphs. I was like, no, we're going to and it was like they were each 1 or 2 sentences long. But I was like, no. It'll be more impactful if you remove these, rearrange this part. Trust me. And we did it. And she went, that is better. I was like,
I kind of picture you with like the Star Trek thing with like the hologram or like Iron Man. Like,
or like not the librarians.
Yeah, where it's like, if I move this sentence here, and then you see it in 3D, and you're like, then there we won't have a repeated word, and this thing, like that's what it feels like sometimes.
There are times I can do that, like with that I do see things that way. It's weird, yeah. What?
That's fucked up, man.
Yeah, I know. Whatever.
I don't know how to process that.
I'm neuro more than mild. I wouldn't call myself spicy, but yeah.
I'd call you
neuro medium.
Feisty.
Neuro feisty. Okay, that is everything that I have. So do
like
you're
not going to stand in the column, but you're like cha-cha, not on your own.
That's exactly what I do.
No, I think that's what we need to call you. I think we found
feisty.
Neuro feisty. Like you're not staying in that column, but you're not dancing over to the other group either.
Yeah, no, I'm doing my own thing. I'm dancing to my own tune.
Oh wow, that's funny. That is actually the perfect description.
All right, we're trademarking that right now. Neuro feisty. We need t-shirts. T-shirts of
coming for Comic-Con season 2026. Also, I figured out where emotional support extrovert is getting written into the...
Please tell me that it's Jason wearing the shirt.
Not even a little.
Oh, okay. All right.
Right. Okay. So is there anything else we need to say?
No, go ahead.
All right. So welcome to the inaugural actual video version of Page by Page, writing the book in real time.
We put the first video up. And
then
then we
Hot
put
Wings.
hot ones, yeah. Which thank you so much, Sean Evans. Seeing Sean Evans on the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade was so cool. I was like, I know him. He destroyed my mouth. Oh, that sounds bad. Go on, let's go.
Welcome to the inaugural first regular season video episode of the Page by Page Writing the Book in Real Time podcast. Thank you for staying with us. Please do like, follow, comment, subscribe. If you have been an audio listener and you're like, wow, I really want to try out the video, Chris is going to lovingly put video options in the podcast notes, so check that out.
Yeah.
And however you watch the podcast, please do like, comment, subscribe, and do let me know if you want to know more about my dive into the depths of romantasy, because it's become a new thing. It's, that's where Megan's brain decided it needs to go. So, yeah, anything else?
No.
Okay, before we make before we make any, oh, that was weird too. Before we make any other weird innuendos we cannot get out of, thank you for joining us.
No, it ends with thank you for reading. Destroyed my mouth.
Oh, God.